Hello and welcome everyone to episode 194 of One Piece at a Time, the One Piece read-through podcast where we read and discuss 5 chapters of the One Piece manga each and every week. I'm your host, Derrick, and I'm joined by my wonderful co-host and freelance letterer, Brandon Bovia. How you doing, Brandon?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm, of course, Brandon Bovia, freelance letterer extraordinaire, and I feel like this is our last full set of Whole Cake, but it doesn't feel like the end.
No. Usually
it
when we
doesn't
hit this
at
point,
all.
it's like, okay, most of the action's done. It's time for the falling action. Time to reset ourselves before we reach the next arc. And like, no, there's none of that here.
Yeah, it is straight escalation, this entire set, in a way that's very fantastic. But it just it doesn't feel like, okay, yeah, things are resolving. No. It is just go, just keep going. Just keep going.
It's like things are resolving, but it's also like it is literally just fighting for every single inch of progress, and it is so difficult here. It is incredible how Oda maintains this tension.
Yeah, it really does feel really unique as far as like last act, because I feel like especially once Luffy beats his opponent, right? Like, that's sort of your big sigh of relief, right? You don't get that here. No. There is no sigh of relief this set. So it really does feel like, and again, we've been talking about this all throughout this arc, but like what it takes to, sneak into Emperor territory and to get out with your life intact, that they are certainly not going to make it easy. They're going to make it a threat. And I think just establishing the threat of the Big Mom Pirates is something I think that this these last few sets have been really good for, but this one in particular.
Yeah, they really have, and it's something it'll be fun to get into as we more specifically talk about all the steps and what Oda has really accomplished with this arc.
Yeah.
Like, obviously there's still more to cover. Like, we can't definitively say anything yet because there's still, I don't know if it's 3 or 2 more chapters left, but enough. That's like, okay, what the heck? How do we handle this? How do we even transition? I have no idea. So it's fascinating.
It's one of those things where if you've already read One Piece, or if you've read, if you're familiar with what's coming up next, I think that this set is good. I think the next 2 or 3 after this are going to be really interesting. I feel like, especially as for somebody like Derrick, who doesn't really quite know where things quite fit together, like these next few sets are going to be wild.
Oh no. I have no idea what to expect at this point. Like, it's just like, all I know is that we have a Reverie and we have Wano, and somehow we're transitioning from this chaos into that. And I have no idea how it's going to happen, because certainly with this cliffhanger, which is complete hell.
Waiting a week for this one to resolve is just going to be brutal.
Yeah. I mean, I feel for the people like getting this set of 5 of like week to week to every 2 weeks potentially. So God.
Yep.
But yeah, shall we dive in, because there is quite a bit to talk about. It's still a lot of action, so we'll see how long we go, but there is quite a bit to talk about. So yeah, let's get to chapter 896, One Last Thing. And at first I wasn't sure exactly what was going on with Hajridin's section, but it's a roll call. And I kind of like that it's a roll call where we actually get to meet the new giant pirates, starting with Hajridin himself. And, it's a badass design. I love the cape. I love the gauntlets. Yeah. It's a good look for him.
Yeah, I guess we hadn't really seen him in his complete form, I don't think, during Dressrosa.
No, I don't believe we have. So it's
or
it's
either
funny.
Way, it's interesting that all of this gets introduced here.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
And it's all about like, we escaped, working for Buggy's temp agency. So here's our lineup, and it's not as exciting because we know about Hajridin, and it's just
and there's not really a sort of like a narrative to follow, but I think it's cool regard.
Yeah. It's a fun way to just hear some designs.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll see what comes of that. But we get into the chapter itself. As it is 12:28 a.m., 32 minutes until the Cacao Island meeting, and there's a lot of debate going on amongst the siblings. It's like,
well, what else are you gonna do if you're just gonna sit here and wait?
I mean, true. It's like, wait, you think Katakuri can lose? You seriously asking that? It's not. It's never anything higher than a 0%. You know, Katakuri is the perfect man. And they're like, well, if I was Straw Hat, I would arrange them to meet the crew here at 1 and not even go to the fight. I'd just target Brule, capture her, and then hide out somewhere else until enough time passes that I can just come here. Because, nobody knows what Brule is, and she is quite, a klutz.
I love that. That's kind of the part where everybody agrees. Like, oh, Brule is going to be kind of the key to this whole thing. Yeah. And it's interesting, while all this is going down, we see that Sanji has already snuck in. I love the kind of using the hood to hide his identity.
Yeah, he's just sort of hanging out to the side. There's just enough confusion and sole focus on this mirror that, he just has to stay, he can just sort of hang out. It's just like, okay, there's a lot of people here. If Luffy doesn't bolt for safety instant he appears, we're never getting out of here alive, so...
yes, so it is not just a case, Luffy, as even if we're all done on his side, there's still much more to be done here. Mm-hmm. And of course, now that, speaking of like wrapping things up, the sort of last little interaction with Sanji and putting you is way far in back in the alley. He's just like, he's like, when Luffy shows up, this will be you. This will be it for you and me, Pudding. And she's just
she's backed up so far, and it's tragic. There's tragedy here, especially from Pudding's point of view, where she, like, you can understand why she's so confused, because he goes over it. It's like such a strange series of events, and our parting will come soon. But thanks for everything. And she's just in her mind going, but I tricked you and tried to kill you, and, don't turn around and thank me, Sanji dear. I want to apologize. I need to apologize. But of course, her outer Pudding is coming out, the evil Pudding, and just goes, shut up. It's like, oh yeah, we are enemies. But even though the wedding was a trap and a big fake show to put on by the Big Mom Pirates, and she's kicking herself, it's like, wrong. How could I do this? It's like, if somebody had to play the role of my fiance, I'm glad it was you, Pudding. And then you just get that face of her just crying.
It just burst into tears, man. Like, she just can't handle it. Yeah, it really is just kind of tragic. Poor Sanji unknowingly putting the Riz on the girlies, right?
Yeah.
Thanks for everything. Playing it off entirely cool. But of course, the interesting thing here is, she says, I have one last request, before you go. And, she's kind of, crying in her evil mode. She takes Sanji's cigarette. And then that's kind of, we don't really see what happens after that in this set.
No, we don't. And at first I'm like, is this a tasteful way that she decided to kiss him? But then I had another thought. I was like, no, that's not it. I think she took his memories of her.
Oh.
I think it's more tragic than that.
I feel like if that's the way that's one way to go out, right? Like, that's... I feel like
I can see her like treasuring the memories that she takes. I don't know what happens to the stuff she cuts, but yeah, I can see her treasuring those memories of that he has of her.
Yeah, and I feel like it's sort of... It could be her way to, like, kind of free Sanji of all of this, to just forget that any of this ever happened. Mm-hmm. Which again, after all of this, I think would be really sad in its own way.
It really would. I hope it's not the case, but I think I can see Oda going for that tragic part there, because I was saying that, like, come back from me, because we have this whole thing with Katakuri later that is sort of that caliber. So I'm like, maybe. But then
right.
It's like, but I just, the most likely one to me is just her taking the memories of herself.
Yeah.
So, I hope not, but I think I'm right. Which is just, as a initial shipper, then then not, and then coming back to it again because
it's such a wild arc, a wild journey that ship went on, but sort of got there in the end in its own weird way.
It's just one of those things where it's the first time it felt like, no, this is kind of the perfect woman for Sanji.
Right? Yeah. I feel like One Piece especially doesn't really have. I feel like maybe sort of quote unquote like traditional romantic subplots. If anything, it has a really good job of characters who are already established in relationships, like Beijing and Chiffon.
True. I don't know. we'll see what comes of it. I'm assuming.
Yeah. Clearly, we don't get that resolution here, but like Sanji and Pudding's relationship is kind of the big kind of crux for this arc. So like, I think it kind of goes without saying that like they're not just going to leave it at that.
No, I have to assume we're going to get some sort of final explanation of what happened between the two there. I hope so anyway, because it's killing me.
Yeah. On the other hand, there are a few things that do feel like kind of dropped subplots, like again, like poor Smoothie, and Germa, who just all got sidelined. So, but I do think Oda's a little better than that for somebody like Pudding. I think he knew what he was going to do from the start.
Yeah, for sure. But we move over to 12:37 a.m. into the mirror world, and we go back to that clash between Luffy and Katakuri. And God, I love the perspective that Oda uses here, where you just see it from above, where it looks like Katakuri has squashed Luffy with his spiked arm, and then we go back to it, and Luffy has successfully punched Katakuri in the stomach before Katakuri brought down his own arm, and at that they both snap back into place. And then this floor falls out beneath Luffy, and he collapses into that hole, and it's just seems to be completely just spent. This is a look we've seen on him.
Gear Force done.
Where he is just out. And then Katakuri wobbles and also falls over. In fact, he falls over onto his stomach. So he's still not on his back.
He would never fall on his back.
Nope. And the two are knocked out. Like so far it seems like a TK, like double knockout. So yeah.
I mean, which is I feel like that's the only way you could finish kind of their final clash between two equals.
Yeah.
To say that these two really are on the same level now.
It's such a great way of bringing it together, you know. But yeah, we 1 minute later we're back on Whole Cake Island itself, and it's like, geez, I can't believe they survived this long. And of course Morgan's here is just like, oh, if they should actually escape this all-out blockade, well, I hardly need to say it that would be big news. Shut your beak, Morgan.
He's rooting for the Straw Hats, man.
He is. And Mondor is just like, nah, we swallowed our pride and summoned our best forces to Cacao Island to prevent such a freak occurrence. I don't care if Gold Roger himself appears from the mirror. He is not going to escape us. So once we finally catch the entire crew, we're going to slit all their throats, line them up for tomorrow's front page, and we'll make an example of them. It's like, Stosa's like, oh, no need to be so extreme. He's like, that's being nice.
I do like that. Morgans and Stussy here, like they're just kind of hanging out. Like they got nothing to do with this. They're just chilling.
It's become apparent that these two are the most important of those underworld.
Were
introduced.
All the rest of them are super whatever. But
I have no idea. These two are.
These two are my favorites for a reason.
Oh, it's so good.
Which they don't know that Stussy's an agent, right?
No, they have no idea that Stussy's an agent, which makes it all the better.
Yeah. Which, well, Morgans knows that, hey, he's not saying anything, so maybe because he knows his life would be in danger.
I don't think you really want to cross Stussy.
yeah, you see that face.
But then 3 minutes later, we cut to Beige and his whole crew trying to escape, and it's looking bad. Like Big Mom is catching up to them. They're like, we gotta dump the cake before we get and try to get away. And AJ's actually staying true to it. It's like, it's too late to panic, boys. We may have been born in different places from different mothers, but we're gonna die together. And it's like, Godfather.
The
fact that the back of his ship is on fire, you can see the extra like smoke from his cigar. Like, it is, like, it's not just the Straw Hats that are in a desperate situation.
Yeah. And that I do really appreciate that, like, they are in the situation because they ultimately, maybe even not BJ himself, but like his wife's got a good soul, and he's not gonna turn down a request from his wife.
Yeah.
So it's all they're doing a good deed.
And then we're 15 minutes away as we show the Straw Hats, and it's like, okay, we're gonna make it by 1:00. I'm only worried about one thing, and that's Brule. She's the key. So even if he wins the fight, he can't get out of the mirror without Brule. And as Jinbei points out, it's like, Luffy doesn't seem like the type of fellow who can calculate such tactics like that. And it's like, that's right, he can't. It's completely beyond his ability. It's like, does he even know what time is? Oh no! What are we gonna do about this?
Yeah. Oh, see, they're talking smack, but they gotta believe in their captain, man.
10 minutes after the two of them initially collapsed, we see Luffy's hole and then his hand reach up. He's awake again. He's climbing back up. He's launched himself up there. He is dragging himself forward, and he's remembering what everybody says. Like, at 1:00, once you've beaten him, find a mirror that lights the cacao. We'll meet up there. And he just is, out of breath, completely spent, saying, what time is it right now? And he looks up, and there's Katakuri standing in front of him.
It's and you're like, oh, God.
Holy crap, he's still going.
Yep.
And Katakuri is also breathing heavy and just says, will you be back someday to topple Big Mom? And that's when Luffy gets that energy back. He's like, of course I will. I'm the man who will be king of the pirates. And they both, Luffy stands up at that, ready to go.
Yep.
And that's when Katakuri wobbles, saying, you're looking quite far into the future. And that's when he falls onto his back. And he's done.
Yes.
He has actually defeated Katakuri, put him on his back.
The 1 billion
time.
Berry man. Yeah. Of course, what a battle.
Right? What a man fight is a lot of these shonen like to do. And it's between such similar but different people. It's just as this, as we said the last time, just a mutual respect that you just don't see between Luffy and villains.
Yeah, and then I think to cap it all off with the concept of mutual respect is that Luffy, he grabs his the hat that he put on top of the straw hat for the wedding. He walks over and he puts it on Katakuri's mouth to hide it, just without saying a word, and leaves. And that to me is like we saw. How Katakuri ends is sort of his sort of final acknowledgement of Luffy, and then Luffy kind of paying it back. I feel like throughout this whole fight, Luffy never cared about the hang up that Katakuri had. It was just something just move on.
Yeah, he never acknowledged it. And that was its own thing for Katakuri. But here it shows that he also didn't ignore it either. He knew the importance of it.
Yeah, exactly. Which, again, you talk about that emotional intelligence from Luffy.
Yeah,
it's just such a small little thing, but that mutual respect does that it comes back into play. I don't know. It's such a strong finisher, a strong thematic finisher for what was already again my favorite fight in the manga, hands down.
Especially because Katakuri's getting this kind of respect from ostensibly an enemy, a man who wants to topple his own mother. And yet when his secret was revealed to his own flesh and blood, she was ready to just use that against him and immediately turn against him. So it's so good.
It's great, right?
It's one of those things where it doesn't it's cool, but you don't think about it too much. It's that was just a good fight. Do you think about the thematic elements of it? And it's just holy crap. It's so different from everything we've seen before.
Yeah, I love a good fight that has sort of that storytelling backbone to it, and I feel like this has one of my favorite stories attached to one of my favorite fights, and that it is just Oda knows to understand that like it's not just about the action. It's not just like, oh, Luffy is fighting and he gets stronger and he learns how to see the future and Snake Man and all that stuff is cool, but I think it is sort of brought over the top to the next level by having this sort of narrative arc to go along with it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then we turn the page and here's Brule. She's like, brother Katakuri. And it's like, hey, what are you doing here, Branch? It's like, it's Brule. What did you do to my brother? And here's the mystery savior Mystems. It's like,
yes.
Look like you knocked out Katakuri. I don't believe it, but hey, my name is Mystems. I caught Brule and wanted to wait until I could help you get out of here. And Luffy just cuts immediately through it. Oh, Peckham's, you're all right.
Yeah.
Peckham's just foregoes. It's like, okay, yeah, Pedro died to save your lives, and I'll be damned if I'm going to let that go to waste. And that's, again, the act of, like, Peckham's was never wanted to betray Big Mom, but he was also just had that connection with Pedro, and to see Pedro's final act, see what he did, and knows how Pedro had to give up his life and clung on to life, and the fact that he was willing to sacrifice for Luffy, that impacts him, and it's just that chain of trust that is built up here.
Well, which of course, but he can't quite go through with it, so he's dressed up like a luchador,
which is pretty good. But it's so obviously him because
hide his face. Yeah, yes.
Oh gosh! But 12:50 a.m. the Straw Hats see Cacao Island, and Sanji reaches out, and Luffy's not out yet, so stay away from the fleet at the shore. And it's like, I'll bring Luffy to the ship. 12:55. There's a silence as it rumbles, and Oven's all set to go. It's like, all right, is everyone's weapons ready? If he comes out of that mirror, it'll be in the next 5 minutes. Show yourself, Straw Hat Luffy.
The countdown begins.
It is, oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. That is something else.
Yep. I mean, hey, Luffy won the fight. He's on his way out. Now we just have to fight the entirety of Big Mom's crew
with Peckham's and Sanji.
Yep.
That might be a little difficult.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Also, almost forgot because I just got so engaged with the chapters. We do have an SBS. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
We do have an SBS.
I did forget.
So, the first letter here is, I'm a huge fan of Ace. If he didn't die during the Summit War, what kind of face would he have? Please draw him at age 40 and 60. He's like, all right, got it. Age 40 is like Luffy, and same as always. And age 60, I'm retired. So this is an interesting image. Let me link you to the page I'm at where I'm looking at these because
sure.
You should probably see what these look like. So yeah, go down to 896 and the top row is them at age 40 and bottom row is them at age 60, I think. And boy, that's really funny to see that.
It looks like Shanks almost.
Yeah, a little bit. What's interesting here is that it's like, hey, if things go well, here he is looking handsome and hot at 40 and 60. If things do not go well, he gets a little fat.
Yeah.
Loses some hair. So,
as happens to the best of us.
It's like, here's the possibilities. But I'm like, I am 40. That is the most. I am jealous of Ace at that 40, the top 40. Like, what the hell?
Those beautiful locks.
Good God. Like that's what you're all about. And I love how if things go well, he looks like Shanks. If things don't go well, he looks more like fatter Roger because of the beard.
Yeah. You have the Roger's not quite in there in the good timeline, which is interesting.
Very interesting. So, Our next one is, we only have one other question. Is like, hey, on page 145 of volume 80, chapter 866, during the scene showing Harshiden's early childhood, there's a boy eating snacks behind him. Is this the same giant that appears on page 184 of chapter 500, Pirate Stanson? And it's like, yeah, that's right. He's Howardin's childhood friend. In a very roundabout way, the man on the left, the adult version, somehow ended up working under Luffy's Straw Hat Grand Fleet. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't even recognize.
I
Stanson.
don't know. Yeah, I would not have clocked that at all.
Like, what was Stanson doing again?
Yeah, what chapter 500? That would be. Oh God.
What? Yeah.
Is that Saboti?
Is it Saboti or is it yes, he's part of the human auction.
Oh,
he was the one on the human auction that had the bomb collar there. So yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Wow, what a connection there. Jeez.
What a pull. I would have had no idea.
Yeah, I'm like trying to like, where is it? Where is it? It's like, no, that's where he's at. All right. Wild.
Oh, the more you know. The more you know,
so.
Truly.
Oh, all right. Let's get to our next chapter, 897, Peckham's Cacao Island Escape Plan. And speaking of,
there he is.
Here's Stanson, free from the slavery, joined up with Howardin, and he's the shipwright of the new giant pirates. Looking pretty good.
Yeah.
How the heck would you look at that design of him as a kid, where he has no beard, he's just some sort of chubby snacking kid. And it's like, yeah, is that Stanson, this guy? And he's like full beard and like, there's nothing recognizable there. But all right, sure.
Japanese One Piece fans just built different.
Seriously. Oh, but yeah, we get into the chapter itself, and only 4 minutes remain, and Mom's forces have spotted the Sunny, and it's not good. It's like, oh gosh, they got this many ships together, and I'm pretty sure they've spotted us. This is an enormous fleet.
Yep.
So
we got a handy little chart here. They're basically surrounded. They've got Smoothie's fleet coming in from the back.
Yeah, you got the island just occupied with Oven's forces. You got the Total Land fleet. You got Smoothie coming in behind, and they are just one ship.
Yes,
how they could get
everybody. You came to the wrong neighborhood.
Yep. So they are essentially trapped at this point. Like, how do you get out of this? And that's when we, go to Montdor so we can figure out, like, we coordinate all that stuff. It's like, all right, I'm keeping an eye on you in the situation. We're going to figure out what's going to happen here. And, Sanji is standing up and ready. He's like, all right, Luffy, come on, hurry up. And waiting to see what happens, what's going to happen. And then the mirror starts activating. And that's when we go into the mirror world, and Peckham's is explaining his Sulong form. That's his plan. He's going to go Sulong and just rampage to clear the way for him. Because nobody can stop him. I can't hear nobody or nothing. He has no control of it, unlike Carrot. Only one man's voice would cut through it and snap him out of that state, and that was Pedro. So with Pedro gone, there is nobody that can stop him.
No. Yeah, which is, I feel that is another really good way to establish just kind of the connection that that Peckham's and Pedro kind of had together. That he was kind of like, it was, you could really tell that they were crewmates, right? But then they were that kind of ride or die for each other. They had that bond.
Yeah, and it adds that layer so for why he's willing to do this.
Yeah, very much so.
And like continue Pedro's will, excuse me. And so he's just like, hey, if I start going out of control, use that opportunity to get off Cacao Island. And that's when Brulee's like, you traitor, it's never going to work. There's enough firepower there to wage an entire war. Even your Sulong form will be overwhelmed. and just like, shut up. we're not going to let Pedro's sacrifice go to waste. So here we go. And you can look at Luffy. He is just spent. He is absolutely spent.
Yeah. He is not going to be fighting any battles of his own at this point.
Nope. And so we go back outside, and they hear Brule calling for help. It's like, okay, she's been captured by the enemy. It's probably Straw Hat. So here he comes. Take aim. And out of the painting leaps Peckham's with Brule basically tied up in front of him. Just human shield immediately.
Yeah, he's literally got a gun too.
And everybody immediately recognizes, like, Peckham's, what the heck are you doing?
Right, the mask, to no effect. He's like, don't move, Big Mom Pirates. Don't try any funny business unless you want to see your beloved sister's head blown off. So it's just, and then he, takes off the sunglasses and he's like, all right, well, the disguise is already blown.
So let's do it. So I'm going to keep Straw Hat alive. I'm going to the man Pedro places bets on. So he's already, you can see him starting to transform. His mane's going wild. His eyes are going wild.
Never would have thought that we'd see a Pedro Sulong form.
No, I didn't either.
Or Peckham, sorry, not Pedro.
Too many P. too many P.
Yeah. I've been getting them confused in my brain. It was bound to happen.
And he's transforming, and they're trying to put a stop to it. It's like, what is this? It's like, what kind of bizarre diversion is this? The Oven's getting real upset. It's like, it's neither Katakuri nor Straw Hat, and you pop right there brandishing a gun for no good reason at my dear little sister. And he sets the gun on fire with his heat powers, and makes Peckham's drop it, and that's when Oven just uses his heat beating and just slams right into Peckham's face, knocks him down, and knocks Luffy away, revealing that Luffy was hiding kind of in between.
yeah, of course. And so, of course, they're all thinking like, oh, he escaped Katakuri, popped out of the mirror first. So that's worthy of respect, and of course they are. It's all hell breaking loose at this point. Luffy's jumping on roofs trying to escape.
And Sanji's immediately like, he's out. He's like, all right, moving.
Yep.
we gotta do this. And they're all ready to just overwhelm him. But nope, here comes Sanji with the save, kicking one of the brothers away.
Great panel too. Yeah.
Oh, it's
a great panel
so
of
good.
that midair save. Just get that cook. Of course, I love that. Like, we came to Whole Cake initially to save Sanji, and here we are at like the kind of the final minutes, and Sanji is the one who kind of gets not quite the final, but like he's the one to grab the first Straw Hat to get Luffy, to get him back out of the sunny, and he's just so you won. He sure did. And it's just like, all right, you got Luffy. I knew you could do it, and so now it's just a matter of escape.
Yeah, time to do that air step and get away, and
right, which is a funny detail. I feel like we kind of forgot that Sanji can fly.
Yeah, which is kind of important, but as Evan points out, this was within expectations. So we get somebody else here with a very childlike face. I don't even know what the name of this guy is. It's like we're plenty of us know how to use the moonwalk, so they just. And it's oh my gosh, is that's all going up in the air? Poor Peckham's. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if Peckham's is dead.
If he's alive, he might be blind, which is
because it's like crush his eyes so he can never see the full moon again. And they have his eyes covered. They're trying to keep him from finishing the transformation. And then you see guys with axes just slamming down on him, just going wham, wham, wham.
Yeah.
Not guys with knives there. They are brutalizing Peckham's.
Yeah. Just, I wish he kind of had a bigger moment, but there's a lot going on, so I kind of get it. But for somebody who felt very personal about Pedro's sacrifice, he just kind of immediately gets kind of one tap. You're like, oh, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, it becomes very obvious that Peckham's wasn't exactly the strongest.
But, he had a long time relationship with the Big Mom Pirates, but he wasn't necessarily like not a big part of the fighting force. One might say.
Like it's one of those things where him and Tamago are put forward to make Big Mom's crew seem typical, but they're the only two outside the family that seem to have any kind of major role.
Yeah.
as members. So it's strange in and of itself, but they're also not exactly the most powerful. Like they're almost like sort of upper tier regular crewmates, definitely nobody of real importance, which is wild to think about it from, first meeting them all the way back in Fishman Island.
In hindsight.
Whew. But Sanji, unfortunately, getting hit by this guy's ability was able to increase this ball, the club on his ball, or the ball in his club. I don't know. Makes it massive and just smacks Sanji straight down into the ground. And Sanji's like actively protecting Luffy. Like he shifting around so he can take the fall for him. Like he is protecting Luffy as much as he can. And well, Luffy's just asleep at this point. Like he is out.
yeah. Well, the fact that he's sleeping through this is also amazing. But yeah, of course, they're all outnumbered. You can't overcome a disadvantage like this. Yeah, when of course, there's just a big explosion off at the harbor, and you're like, all right,
what just happened here? And that's when you find out it's another fleet, Master Snack. Oh yeah, who? Germa, and we see all the individual snails coming in with Germa 66. It's like, wait, what?
Yep.
They should have been annihilated. And it's like, all right, load the next valley. And that's when Sanji's siblings pop up, and they're just like, hey, we owe you for the tea party, Big Mom Pirates. And they're surrounding Sanji and Luffy.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, Sanji, what a coincidence. We were just hoping to enact some payback of her own. Oh,
which
gosh.
you knew this would happen at some point. But they would come in for the save one last time.
And it's it's cool. It's cool. Like they're it's weird to root for him, but it's also one of those things where again there's no nuance to them. They are the perfect soldiers. There's a cruel streak to them, but that was really the only other thing instilled into them outside of their combat abilities. It's just the cruelty towards Sanji. But it's their tools. Might as well put them to use.
Yeah, pretty much. No, tools both figuratively and literally.
Yeah. Oh gosh, it's wild. It's wild just to see it.
I think that this is really kind of I feel like the start of like, oh, we were going to need everybody, of course. Yeah. We knew it was like 15 chapters ago, like, oh, Germa's on their way. Like they're going to show up.
Yeah.
And
it's the beginning of fighting tooth and nail for any little advantage. It's going to be
very much so. Very much so.
However, it is not quite the end, because we do have another SBS. Says, I'm a big fan of both Odachi and Luffy. I have a question for you. When he was a kid, Monkey D. Garp's eyes were the same as Luffy's, big and round. However, when he became an adult, they became narrow. So what about Luffy's eyes? Once he turns 20s, will his eyes also become like Garp's? And apparently this question came from a translator in Vietnam in slightly awkward words. But in short, will Luffy's eyes become skinny like Garp's once he turns 20? Well, since he turns 20 in only a year, I don't think Luffy's going to be changing too much in such a short time. So similar to drawings for Ace, for those wondering what Luffy would look like at age 40 and 60. And here's what he looks like if he things go well, and if things don't go so well. So, damn, Luffy gets handsome at 40. What the hell?
Yeah, right.
Are you getting a sign of Oda really liking older folks?
Oh, yeah. I love both the good timeline, both meet.
And then it's like age 40, Pirate King, don't be such a dreamer. Is that meat available for taking? Like he looks like a bum at 40. At 60, he looks like a decrepit old man. Yeah. No hair. Rough beard, losing teeth. Like, yeesh. You thought Ace looked rough in that bad future.
That's incredible.
Yeah, but apparently he says if things go well, he does end up looking quite a bit like Garp, doesn't he? Which I think is a fun detail. Mm-hmm. Which is interesting. He looks like Garp, not not his father.
Yeah. Again, I feel like the nature of Luffy's heritage has to come up at some point. Like, I don't know if we'll need to like see his mother on screen, but I feel like we got to talk about that at some point, right? That's something that Oda must have in a notebook somewhere.
You'd think so, like something.
You would think.
Yeah.
Or even just sort of the circumstances around his birth. Why dragon? You know, who knows?
I don't know.
But I do think it is funny how much it is sort of like a non-factor.
Yeah, it really is. Oh gosh. That being said, looking ahead, that is the last of our SBS. Next SBS isn't until after 9:02. So that is it for that. So we can get straight into it. So let's do that with chapter 898. I will return. And time to meet the navigator, Roto. And I like his design. He is so different from every other giant
from
we've
the other
seen
two
at this point.
Yeah, he looks edgy.
Yeah, he's just sort of
got an emo emo goth giant.
He kind of has that kind of hiccup feel to him. Like obviously that's Vikings as well, but he's like covered. He's not like the barbarian type Viking. It's more of the leader type Viking, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah. I was gonna say he looks potentially a little nerdy, maybe, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Yeah, which I feel like is maybe a good trait for a navigator. But also that big katana of his is really cool.
Oh yeah, again, it's a pretty. I like that. Oda likes the giants. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah,
Oda loves the giants.
About it. Yeah.
So the fact that it's not a story is just like character lineup. Let's go.
Yeah, it's just like all right. I'm just gonna design a bunch of giants. And that's it. All right.
Yep.
Cool.
Let's do it. And speaking of let's do it, we are in the thick of it as we start the chapter itself. Is like, oh crap, our bullets are not working. What's up with these guys? Just keep firing. Get the bazookas. And as the shots are just blink,
blink, blink, blink, blink. Yep, it's got that steel skin.
Nothing's happening. It's like, hey, take that wounded fellow and get off the island, Sanji. You're only holding us back. And
of course,
it's like they set us up for a trap, and now they need to pay.
Yep.
So we've got dibs. So even Reiju's in here making a claim for it. It's like, wait, it's true. They are augmented with steel skin. What in the world? And Oven's like, wait, I thought Nestort and his 10,000 man army conquered your kingdom. It's like, oh yeah, there were flies buzzing around. We got rid of them. We smacked them into the ocean. What do fools think they can do with our scientific power?
Scientific power, which of course true. It's like, yeah, you guys never stood a chance. It is sort of funny. I feel like there is maybe like the set he could have had a setup to this reveal instead of us already knowing ahead of time that they're done. They're like Germa's they took care of them and now they're on their way, and we were literally just waiting like 15 chapters for them to actually show up. Whereas I feel like we could have had Germa got defeated, and then they're suddenly it could have made their surprise entrance a little more hype, but this is also fine. We're here at the final
so
stretch.
Infrequently and with the chapter to chapter setup, even us reading in this form and this way, I still kind of forgot about Germa a lot of the time because so much other stuff is happening.
They really were like just kind of the least important thing, which is so funny given where we started from. And it's like I don't mind it necessarily.
but here's I don't mind it because thematically this is Sanji's victory. He saved them, and thanks to his kindness, they're actually helping him. If he did not go out of his way to make sure to save his siblings, they wouldn't have escaped at this point. Sanji's kindness won the day.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is just...
Of course, they're not going to acknowledge it that way.
No, of course not.
Yeah. But they're here. Sanji's kindness enabled them to get revenge, which I feel like this is sort of setting the stage for kind of what like the big conflict is. Like now that we are basically in the middle of like a war with like like two giant armies fighting each other with Germa and the Big Mom pirates, and it's like the Straw Hats just have to escape in the middle of all of this.
it's truly nuts what's going on around here. And honestly, looking at how they handle all this stuff as we go through this chapter, it does make you wonder, like, can Sanji beat them? Like, it is like like he did some damage to number 4, but it's been too long, so I'm blanking on the, like, what is it, Niji something, whatever.
Yonji,
yeah, like he did some damage to Yonji with that kick, but obviously he shrugged it off a bit. So it is one of those things where I don't know if Sanji's capable of beating them yet.
Yeah, well, I have thoughts, but I'll wait.
Okay.
I think next week I'll if I can double back around to that topic, I think it'll be like, yes, but it's a yes, but.
Okay. Yeah. I'll get into my reason why I'm not sure it could, like, obviously I don't think in this case Sanji is capable of doing what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
I think
like that is clearly a case of like the biological enhancements and all of that sort of thing
are absolutely helping. And again, we'll get into that, but I do love the freakouts of Montdor. Is like, wait, that actually happened? Nustort, Basquart, Desmarch, your brothers, where are you? And we got the Paka from Tamago, all his freaking names. It's like, oh god, Beckham's is a traitor. Everything's gone mad. Sacre bleu.
It is just really from the like the Big Mom side of things. It really is just like, oh god,
what is happening? Why is nothing going right?
Yes.
But Smoothie is trying to stay on target by, don't get distracted by the German fleet. We're only following the Straw Hats. Tell that to all the ships surrounding the island too. It's like, stupid Montdor, how did they let Germa slip past them? And it's like, what happened with you, Daifuku? It's like, well, at least I caught back up because he was
he's causing more problems than anybody else.
So meanwhile, the Straw Hats are just like, is Germa friend or foe? Well, and Jinbei just points out, is like, well, would they really have come after us when they have a good chance to escape? But our partnership is only temporary. It's like, we can't trust them. It's like, well. And that's when Sanji gets a call to Jinbei. It's like, hey, pass by the harbor at full speed, and within that opening, I will return. So let's do this.
There's your signal. Yeah,
we got to do a flyby.
Bring in the ship. Yeah, exactly.
So they're trying to stop Sanji from escaping. They're trying to crush Germa. They can't see through the smoke and the dust. And Sanji starts kicking his way through the chaff. He's trying to get out of there. And they're just like, don't let him get away. And Brule, this is when Brule, finally free, likely not going to get captured ever again in this situation. So she's out of the thing. But she delivers the news that rocks the family to its core. It's like, you must not let them escape. Above all else, Straw Hat Luffy cannot get away. He did not slip past our brother Katakuri through some simple diversion. Oh no. I will tell you exactly what happened in the mirror world. It's like, what? Katakuri, perfect, powerful Katakuri, greatest in the world, lost his fight against Straw Hat Luffy. And just the shocked faces amongst all of them, especially Montdor. I mean, is I was gonna say good.
Montdor, who's already been flipping out, who's having perhaps the worst 10 minutes of his life, and all the meanwhile, of course, Luffy's just dozing off, in Sanji's sweet arms, and of course, they're just kind of like, it can't be true. He would never lose. So of course he must have cheated, and so they start shooting at him.
I do love the pure devastation on Brule's face. Like, she is in.
Yeah, she's crying. Yeah, like, and I mean, to be fair, like, it is like, I feel like she was the one, other than Flampe maybe, was like, like, oh, Katakuri, he's the perfect man. He's the, like, she was always the one to be like, once Katakuri was in the picture, she was talking smack to Luffy all the time. But, so like that she had seemingly kind of the greatest confidence in Katakuri more than anybody, and so having to relay the message that he's the one who lost I think is just it's tearing her apart. Like, I mean, I feel like I feel like the love that she has for Katakuri is genuine, unlike Flampe.
Yeah, I think so. And of course the others start trying to make excuses like, you must have used some cheap trickery, make him pay, shoot him dead, slice him up, and Luffy won't even have bones left to identify him when we're done. And this is why I mentioned that I don't know if Sanji could have handled this situation like Germa does, because he gets shot. He gets shot in the arm.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. He gets shot, whereas they can just deflect all the bullets, so it's fine. Yeah.
And Oven, definitely our greatest threat left at this point. He's coming in ready to just slice and through them in the same way he did to Pound, and he is stopped by I believe it's one is Ichiji. Right? Yes. Yeah. Who uses his powers to pierce Oven's chest, and a lot of other guys too. Like it looks brutal.
Yeah. The sparking Valkyrie. It's just awesome.
A sweet name.
Yeah.
Is he? What element
he's
is
red.
he?
Oh, so he's fire.
Is he fire? Okay, yeah. So just a fire blast through the heat guy. Again, it's like...
Yeah, right.
That feels pretty appropriate. So that's pretty good. It's just like, jump, Sanji. And so Sanji gets away from Oven. And the guy with the big club comes back to smash him out of the sky again. But that's when...
Yonji here.
Yes. Comes in and breaks the ball. Apparently he has a mechanical arm, I guess. And grabs a hold of it to use his winch guillotine and just winds them all around.
Yeah, and, I think Yonji is supposed to be Earth themed, technically. I guess that's why he's green.
I think. It's like, he says go, and he's like, shoot him, he's going over the rooftops, you'll pay for what you've done. And they're sending out rockets and stuff, which almost hit him, but thankfully, thanks to Niji here, it's like, I'm gonna blast into pieces if that's as fast as you can go. So he uses his light speed blade, Henry Blazer, I don't know what the heck's that all about.
I don't know.
And just slices through all of them to just get them even further out of town. It's like, this is bad, they're about to slip out of town. And he just tosses him and, of course, has to get it in. It's like, so long, failure. And just fastball special Sanji.
Yeah. This really is just the sequence of just escalating, like one after the other, just having each individual sibling kind of like this is their way of saying goodbye almost.
Yeah. And just get him further and further out. It is a desperate situation. They are just not capable of dealing with this at the moment. It's just like, did anyone hear? Something's going down. Stop them. Okay, get the tear gas rounds loaded. He will take away his ability to fly because he won't be able to concentrate. And as they're about to fire, all of a sudden, some poison hits their chest. Like they start just dropping like flies because of that. And here's Reiju. It's like, I'm not going to let you shoot my little brother. And uses her pink hornet to just send out all our poison and knock them all down with an interesting parting shot to Reiju.
Yes, that is the last we'll see of you, Reiju. Thank you. But she does have this nice little like flashback of when she separated from Sanji the first time, and she's like, don't ever come back here. Now run. Don't turn back. Mm-hmm. And so I think really kind of flipping that on its head, I think is a really. The sort of the parting has a different meaning for her this time. So it's nice.
It's very sweet, and it does make you wonder, like, are they capable of taking care of this? Like, because Germa needed, in order to take over the West Blue, they needed Big Mom's strength. But that makes you think, like, well, they're not. If they need the Big Mom's strength in order to take over the West Blue, there's no way that Germa is more powerful than Big Mom's set. So
I also do wonder. They've got like 10,000 clone soldiers or whatever. So like they might have the numbers on them. I don't know.
It's definitely going to be an even fight until Big Mom shows up. Once Big Mom shows up, it's over.
Oh yeah.
And they're also helped by the fact that Katakuri's not there.
So. Yeah. That's also true. Yeah.
So
for sure. So like it definitely, I think, sets things up to be like. the sort of the Germa Big Mom war happening in the background is like, oh, this could last for a while.
It could.
Yeah.
But
this is not going to be a simple scrap.
Oh, definitely not. But thanks to Reiju and the Sanji's brothers, they got off the island. Sanji's stepping in there. They did it. They're coming back, and they've made it. They've reached the Sunny. So.
That was a blood-pumping chapter.
We're not free.
We're not done yet.
Is get off the island.
We got Luffy. We got off the island. All of that. It took Sanji's siblings showing up just to get them off the island.
It's rough. So
yeah.
Oh boy. Let's get to chapter 899, The Final Fortress, as we now meet the cook, Goldberg. Which
I like. He's got he's a good goofy Oda character. I love his shield. Looks like it's something out of Big Mom.
It does.
got a face and a big old tongue.
I like this dude. He's fun.
Yeah. But
man. And that Montour is, we begin the chapter with Montour being like, okay, I need to figure out what the heck is happening around here. And he's trying to get a hold of...
Also the cake?
Yes. We got to figure out what's going on.
Kind of forgot about that.
Yeah. Okay. We need to check in. What's Mama doing? What about Beijing? Where's the cake? And because depending on the answers, Cacao Island might be in big trouble. So, and that's when Bavaroy speaks up because Perospero, he finally gave out. He was ignoring his wounds for so long because he lost an arm. He was blown up.
Man, that's my boy Pedro.
Pedro's bomb finally did the trick on him. He needs to be treated for all this. So, he's lost all his strength, and Perospero still grabs the transponder snail. It's like, give me that. Okay, we're in the waters outside of Fluffy Island. It's chaos over here too. Chiffon and Beijing have finally let the cake go. The cake is on Fluffy Island. This should be over within the next few minutes. And if they happen to put poison in that cake, there's nothing we can do about it now. Alert all of Todo Land. There are 3 possible outcomes. 1, Mama dies of the poison. This would be the end of the Big Bomb Pirates. 2, the poison doesn't work, but it tastes bad. Mama's hunger pangs will continue, as will her destruction. 3, the poison doesn't work, and it actually tastes good. Only through this miraculous outcome can we actually survive. So that's their only hope of Big Mom's Pirates still lasting beyond this, is her actually being satisfied by the cake. Steel yourselves.
Not great odds.
Our fate rests within the flavor of that cake.
This is like, the news is spreading all over the country. It's like, all right, what's gonna happen to Todo Land? Like, this is an extermination event for like all of the normal people here.
I mean, I love the reservation that you can just sense within Paris. Like, I've done all I can. I am just spent.
Yep.
So whatever happens.
Whatever happens. Yeah, exactly. It's just, hey, we've he's done the mental calculus. Like, it might be poisoned, but yeah.
And basically the rest of the pages are just going over the chaos. As like, Mama has no control. She's destroyed Nuts Island. And in the chaos of all this, Morgans and Stussy left. They're gone.
Just off screen. It's also interesting that, just speaking of stuff off screen, like, we didn't see Beijing and Chiffon drop off the cake. Like, and we see their ship in the background in the previous page is just like,
it's on fire. It's gone.
Yeah. It's done. That's a huge sacrifice.
Yeah, you get the sense they went on land, and that's when it finally burnt up, and they just tossed the cake forward so it's clear of the fire. But Nuts Island destroyed. Morgans and Stussy gone. They really want to capture Morgans because they do not want this info getting out.
Right.
and then we just start checking in. It's like, oh God, her hunger pangs aren't gone. We've given up years of our life to have the safety of being within her territory. But what was the point of that now when we're destroyed by her? And I was like, I don't know if even Pudding could recreate such a masterpiece in only a few hours. What are we going to do? Like, there's just this mass panic of like, oh, we're going to die. We need to evacuate.
Right.
There's no way this is going to go well.
Yeah. And I feel like you really, it's not really emphasized, but you do kind of have like the normal citizens. I feel like like we moved here, for protection, but like, what does this actually mean? If she could just do this. I feel like, it is sort of, again, kind of putting the facade is kind of coming apart a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And it turns out Fluffy Island, Flooftown specifically, is under the jurisdiction of Chiffon. And they're all like, why did you do this to us? Like, you're just a traitor. Like, you're infected by that backstabber of Beijing's treachery. She's like, no, I brought the cake because I believe in it. I don't know where he learned how to cook, but Blackleg's skill with food is even greater than the head chef's. And like, she's just like, she believes in the cake, and Beijing's here. It's like, we gotta go. Whatever happens to the country, it's not our problem anymore. We gotta get out of here because the Nostra Costello is dead. We are in trouble.
yeah, we're just escaping on, Beijing and his tank treads. He's like, after everything we did for him, if the Straw Hats get themselves killed, I'm gonna be spitting mad.
We don't even see. We have to assume the rest of his crew is fine because we don't see Pez here, so we have to assume that Pez is with.
They're probably. They're probably inside of it.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're
inside.
There's
an easy way to escape.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. That makes complete sense. He grabs a hold of Chiffon and just gets out of there, and here comes Big Mom with her wedding cake.
Yeah, just on fire at this point. She's finally gotten her hands on it. This chase for wedding cake has lasted like 20 chapters.
It's so long, probably even more so than the wedding itself. At this point,
no, definitely.
But we've reunited on top of the sunny. Luffy is awake. Is like,
man, you see that hole in the sail?
It's rough. And I love how he's just like, oh, you guys, I nearly died from waiting. It's like
the liar.
It's like, Chopper, you got to stand to him. He's lost so much blood. It's like, oh, same for you, Sanji. I think you've been shot. I was like, oh yeah. And and that's when Smoothie shows up because they just start firing on him. It's like, okay, we're going to catch up to it eventually. It's like, wait, they're catching up to us slowly but surely. We're not out of this yet, so we got to keep going. It's not good. And that's when Judge shows up and starts using his fleet to start just bombarding Smoothies and start taking them out. And it's like, Germa's providing backups fire. Should we fire back? It's like, no, don't bother. The fleet at the port will keep Germa busy. And we get this one final stare down between Sanji and Judge. And I mean, there's no respect. No, there's no hatred. Just like, ugh, I hate that I have to owe anything to this trash ahead of me.
Yeah.
Like Sanji's convinced nothing with German. That's the thing. Like they've learned nothing other than just a begrudging. We have a debt to pay, but we hate
it. Yeah. They still, they kind of bust his chops a little bit. But like, I feel like you can at least. In a roundabout way, there is sort of that acknowledgement, at least from the siblings, or even in a case of like, we're just going to use you to enact our revenge. That's fine. With Judge, you see that, and it's just like, no,
nah. There's nothing there.
There's nothing here between us. And this, you can read this out if you want, but this final speech from Judge, I think, is this whole sequence is really great.
Yeah, I feel like I have to read it out because, like, what does he really mean to you, Straw Hat Luffy? This is an inescapable den of danger, the territory of Big Mom, Emperor of the Sea. Did you really risk your lives just to take him back? Sanji is the failure of Germa. His skin is no armor. He busies himself with menial cooking. He has no royal pride. He is swayed by pointless emotions and exposes himself to the danger for the sake of the weak. His mentality is soft. He is flawed as a soldier. He is a failure. And you see the shocked look on Luffy's face. You see Chopper being like, oh, God. And you got the darkened look on Sanji and Jinbei. Even Jinbei's like, oh, God, what a dick.
Yeah.
And all Luffy says in return is, so long, thanks for the backup. Thanks for the backup.
Like, yeah, he's like, why don't you answer me, Straw Hat? It's just like, and then of course it's just, I love that all of that hemming and all of that, just like the speech, all of the just like the just bile and hatred that Judge was spewing, and Luffy's like, that was weird. Like, he was listing off all your best qualities, and Chopper's like, right?
And Sanji's like, that's definitely what he thought he was doing. And that's like, getting Jinbei to laugh. It's like, you guys are the best.
Yeah,
that is such a perfect response to everything that's been thrown at Sanji. And how it's like, wow, these are all your good qualities, Sanji. What are you talking about? What are you all worried about?
Yeah, and that there's no argument here at this point, right? Like, there's no. I don't think there's any.
Luffy
getting
doesn't
Judge
even
to
attempt
change.
to change. Yeah, doesn't attempt to change Judge's mind or redeem him, as I think you're about to say.
Yeah. Like, there's none of that, which I think is also really interesting, because I feel like in a lot of stories you think that would be kind of the, like, oh, but he's your father, right? Like, oh, but, you know, like, maybe he'll change, maybe he'll come around to see you for who you really are, and like, there's none of that. It is just, Judge really is just. I mean, not that you. I feel like it is kind of maybe more realistic for, like, a man in his, like, you know, he's a grown middle-aged man that is just not. He's not going to change his worldview overnight. It's certainly not through all of this. And so that it is just like, he is, you know, putting his foot down. You know, Sanji's terrible. Why did you go through all of this for him? And he's just kind of like, yeah, we love him. Like, screw you, man. Like, it's just
doesn't even
the
give him the
perfect,
satisfaction of an answer.
Exactly, right? Like, it is like one step up from ignoring him outright. And I feel like that is just, I don't know, man. You just you can't play games with fascists, right? Like, it's just, you know what, you don't give them that power. Sanji
has cut them off. He has, he's put the past behind him, and he's also saved him, so there's no guilt on his part that he left.
Exactly.
So whatever happens,
despite everything, that he still had that guilt.
Yeah, whatever happens here, he does not care. It is beyond. That.
Yep.
Maybe
I saved
with
you.
Reiju,
the rest is up to you. Yeah. So I think that is a wholly wonderful place to end things off. Actually, like, I think that is the perfect place for their relationship to kind of, like, part ways. So
the sheer lack of acknowledgement there is not something. Obviously, I was chomping at the bit to see him beat these guys down, but they are. I thought they'd be the main villains and all this stuff. I had all these predictions about what Germa's role in all this was, and again, I love that it comes back down to they don't matter. All it does is it's there to provide conflict for Sanji and Sanji alone. It put Luffy on course to confront Big Mom.
And I think that they're sort of their worldview, they're sort of like their kind of like conquest, like it is all just like it's so small and petty that it just like is ultimately is worth nothing, right? So I despite the fact that I do feel like there feels like a gaping hole where there was probably more stuff for Germa to do. It feels like we skipped like half an act. But I'm also like, you know what? If something had to get cut to kind of keep things moving, it would be that. And I think that's perfect. Like that's probably even more fitting.
We had just enough to make it like to have them leave an impact, but not, you know, they're not the point here. They're not the point. Big Mom is the point. Getting Sanji back is the point. So but we're not out of the woods yet. You think that'd be
of course. Nope.
A fleet has gotten ahead of them, and they've been surrounded. Those that were around Cacao swung around the island and now are ready to just intercept them at the front. So both Germa and the Sunny are being surrounded by this fleet. It is not looking good for Germa. I actually do not expect Germa to survive this. They might like the siblings
I was gonna say, maybe
Judge
they have
escape,
the size advantage, but looking at the sea map, the sea chart, like no, they're actually infinitesimally small compared to the to Big Mom's pirate ships.
Mm-hmm. So, and that's when it starts getting devastating, because the cannons start going off. They're in firing range, and just we got that genie coming in to just start having issues, and like Sanji's fending it off, but good God. Like every little bit of damage that happens to the Sunny just makes me flinch. I'm like, oh, not again.
No, and it really is just like you don't think about it, but like the Sunny has, I feel like, basically gone unscathed for the whole time skip, and now is just eating it constantly.
Mm-hmm. It is not good, and it's the big fight's happening. It's like, okay, this is they're ready to just finish off the Straw Hats. They have them surrounded. Despite all of the German got them off of Cacao Island. They did not get them away from Cacao Island.
Yep.
It's all paddle ships. That's how they were to get closer to them. So we can't break away from that.
Yeah,
There's no way they can escape. And we survived so many threats to get to this point, when all of a sudden the water starts bulging up underneath, and that's when you get, if you try to mess with my boss, you'll have to answer to me. And here comes Watatsumi bursting out from the water, upsetting a ton of ships. Oh, Watatsumi here, along with the rest of the new Fishman pirates, led by Aladdin, and like, hey, we can still be your subordinates until you leave the territory, and they're here for backup. Once again, just that
man.
This is
the voice.
Truly the last bit of backup they can ever receive to get out of here.
Just one last little push. And I don't think it's ever really acknowledged in the story, so I feel like I can say this, but like they're we can count them in the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, right?
I mean, yeah.
They're basically
survive
but
this.
We've got a little bit of power in numbers at this point, but like, between Germa showing up, or between, first the siblings and then, Judge with his side of things, and now the Fishman pirate, or the Sun Pirates, and it's just like, it really is like, we really do just need every little bit of help we can to just scrape by. Yeah.
It's again, I love the desperation. Like, nothing is just easily taken. You have to push. We have like 3 chapters left in this arc. One more for the set, and it's like, again, like the tension just keeps rising, right? Like, it doesn't feel like, oh, we're in the wrap up. We're in the falling action. We're kind of letting things kind of smooth out for a bit. No. It's almost stressful.
It is all. it is kind of stressful. Just every chapter, it feels like it's like, okay, we got through this. Now what about this? Okay, we got through that. Now what about? It's just one more thing. Oh.
But let's get into the final chapter of this set. We've done it. We've reached 900. Chapter 900. Bad End Musical. But we do have a color spread here, and I love this thing. There are so many fun little details just between the Straw Hats and the Minks, and seeing all these characters that have popped up. We've got, Sanji cooking with a carrot. We've got, Luffy fishing with getting up a whale. I love that Chopper is hanging out with the deer girl that he had a crush on.
Yeah, the doctor lady. Yeah. He's got a little rose for her. This is adorable.
We got the Musketeers around. Pedro's up there looking like a boss. And of course, Brooks being chased by dogs.
Yeah, of course. This feels very Animal Crossing.
It does. It does. It feels extremely Animal Crossing.
Yeah, which is just not a reference I thought I would have thought to see in One Piece, but it's kind of great.
Yeah, honestly, look at Sanji. Sanji's the one that feels the most Animal Crossing.
The proportions, yeah. It feels just very, very. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you see Peckham's behind him. This is great.
I love it.
You got an Animal Crossing Zoe themed color spread. I'm so glad that we get to see these in color now.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Man, I did not pick up that. Yeah, you're right. This is just a straight up Animal Crossing reference. even the bag of berries that Nami is fishing up, it looks like the bags that you get in Animal Crossing.
Yeah. Wow, man, wouldn't have been on my bucket list, but
no.
I love it.
And I don't believe in this. These chapters even came out in 2020. So
yeah, I was going to say. So this is before New Horizons blew up.
Oda finally caught up and like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he got himself a 3DS.
Oh gosh, but let's get into the chapter itself. As Big Mom's forces are surrounding Fluffy Island as she is gorging herself on the cake, and the people are running like, oh gosh, what's going to happen? And I love the intensity with which Chiffon is watching Mom eat.
Yeah, because she's like Beijing's like carried her like on her back, like on his back, and she's like kind of flipped over and seen it over Beijing's shoulder. It's goofy, but it's kind of a great visual. But I think it's also really important too for like for her as a character.
Mm-hmm. You even get this little flashback. It's like, the method you're using will take all night. It's like, no, it's a crucial step, and I'll do it in 2 hours. You can't be serious. And she's like, it'll be fine. He, like, as this in the modern days, like, he's saying this to Beijing. He's like, he's a true cook through and through. And it's like, why are you grinning like that? Take it seriously. It's like, don't you realize the life of your ship and the very fate of this nation are riding on this? It's like, oh, sorry, I couldn't help it. I was just imagining Big Mom's face when she tastes how delicious this is. And we of course got pudding like, he's so wonderful. And Chiffon can't really understand it, but she's watching intently to see Big Mom's face. And all of a sudden she goes flying back, and the Paris Bear is like, is it poison? And instead we get the light of the heavens illuminating this cake. Tears are in his eyes, and she's like, it's to die for. What a wonderfully sweet, delicious cake. And this is just
it's
what
hilarious.
A clashing of styles to see Big Mom emaciated,
like
smáling.
Yeah. She looks like something out of like a 70s shoujo manga. Just sort of the art style. Just the way that she's like, yes, this is a real wedding cake. And just it's so good she breaks out into song for the rest of the chapter.
It's amazing, and just starts absolutely gorging herself on it. It's like, is it poison? There's no way it isn't. It must not have worked. Mom's just too tough for it. And yeah, as you said, she starts thinking, I can't get enough of this flavor. I know it from somewhere. Where is it? It's so yummy. And just Paris Sparrow updates him. It's like, update to Total Land Islands. There will be no further damage thanks to Pudding, 35th daughter of Charlotte. Mama's hunger pangs have abated. And the entire country just erupts in celebration. It's like, oh, thank God.
yeah, and it's interesting because we see a bunch of people being like, oh, thank God for Pudding. She utilized the talents of Chiffon the Trader, which combined with her chocolate helped save all of Totoland. That's Our Lady Pudding. It's like, thank you, Pudding. And she's just kind of there, arms crossed, kind of moping, and it's like, you're wrong. It wasn't me. And so that I feel like that's just driving in the knife, right? That she's the one who has to kind of carry taking credit for like Sanji's accomplishments, which of course not that he had ever expected to take credit for any of it, but like that Pudding feels so kind of conflicted. I really love that expression where she's like, you could see the guilt,
Yeah, and almost a wistfulness too. Like she misses him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But we get back into the chaos around Cacao Island, and the ship has stopped. The Sun Pirates are causing havoc. There's a hole in the bilge. That's your shot. Go. Just get out of here. We've got to go through it. Thank you all. And that's when, of course, Jinbei's like, oh, I never put it together that they were the ones that stole the information. They've been bailing us out of trouble all along. It's like, well, I can definitely see why they're your crew, Jinbei. It's just like that.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. But of course, Oven stepping up is still a dangerous player in all this. Like, it's kind of crazy how much
got
Oven
a hole in his
become,
chest.
much more of an issue.
Yeah.
Where he steps through the mirror, steps onto the ship. And it's only a matter of time. Brule just helped ferry all the ammunition that's designed to work on Germa, so they're going to take care of it. But I'm not going to rest until I'm done with the boy who defeated Katakuri. And
that's personal.
Luffy saying his thanks, Aladdin saying to take care of Jinbei, and that's when Oven unleashes the tropical torment to just start boiling the water around them again. It
is kind of a bad matchup for the fishmen.
Yeah, you're watching him. It's like, oh God, those poor guys. Why did he's already knocked out? He's got to get away.
Yeah. Which again, it really does feel like every little bit of progress, right? Like it's just it doesn't come for free. Yeah. None of it comes for free.
And then that's Mondor is informed that the Queen Mama Chanter will be arriving soon, which I believe that's the name of her ship.
Yeah. That's the one that we saw, like during Dressrosa, right, and stuff, where they was chasing down the Sunny.
I love the artwork of Big Mom eating that, grabbing that big piece of cake, shoving it in, and just a big smile, just that like
it feels so like classic Disney.
Well, it's also fascinating to see how all all these things are activating now. Like the flowers are singing and all this. It's oh, the soul power is. I don't think the soul power is going out intentionally. This is just an effect of her eating something she really likes, and then her soul power naturally going out and awakening everything.
Yeah, and I feel like I don't know if it was ever really necessarily emphasized. I guess because there's so much other stuff happening. But I guess you could sort of intuit the idea that like as Mama was getting kind of hungrier and hungrier, like everything was just kind of dying off almost, right? Like in that way, like the whole of Total Land is kind of fueled by her.
Yeah, and it's all of its safety and so forth. Like the children are able to hang on so much, but it really is fueled by Big Mom, and it's kind of wild to see her like, talking about this, like, what's this flavor? It tastes like a dream, but I couldn't have defined it. Why I can't even define it. This taste is far from ordinary. It gets dead puppies dancing merry, and it focuses in on her mouth, where you see this graveyard of, the pet flavor cemetery. Like, what the heck is up with her body?
Yeah, right.
I don't know if that's a metaphor or literally there.
Yeah, like I mean. Look, she's eaten humans at least once before, so I feel like it could be it's a metaphor, but also in a kind of sort of not really kind of way.
Well, she's like literally has like zombified dogs in there and graves and whatnot. It's like, what the heck? And then we get the massive ship just going shippy like as we saw before in Dressrosa.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the heck is happening here?
Yeah, no, this back half of this chapter, as it, aptly named, the Bad End Musical. I feel like this is one of the most unique sequences in the entire manga. In an arc full of musical sequences, and that like we sort of have like a Big Mom like regaining her power with this just like this twisted again like Disney like animated musical,
and it really goes to show that Big Mom fuels the rest of the pirates, because that's when we've been slowly making our way. We're fighting back our forces. We've been making it. It's like we can escape. We can do this. And it starts going all bad where Montor is cheering. We see the Gatling gun coming out, and it's actually tearing through Germa. We see them actually taking damage. And they are in absolute trouble. And even now she imagines those kids and Mother Carmel. Yeah. And just like they're still saying happy birthday to her. They're still celebrating it. Just that in her mind.
She's still stuck on that after all this time, and that clearly, and that she doesn't know, and that she still, and I feel like I guess you can understand that, since she still reacts that way with the picture getting smashed and all that, but like that this sort of mystery, it still is something that like means something very much to her. That that she's like it's still I guess like almost like a dream, right? Or it's just when will we reunite at last, as the lyrics go, like to eat this cake and reminisce. And so it's just like there's this part of her that is just like still hanging on.
And it's just seeing her dreamlike sequence juxtaposed with Germa 60, it's double six being utterly destroyed. Like it is not going well. Judge is facing down somebody in the distance, not looking good for him. and God, just it's all silent except for her words, and that's it gives this malice to it that's so stark.
It's very haunting, right?
Because my thought was, oh, she's gonna pass out from the joy of the flavor. It's like no,
she's back to her full power.
like Chiffon trying to make it trying to get as far away as possible is another element that they would not have gotten away if Mom had gotten this cake any sooner. It isn't a pass out, I'm happy. It's like, no, my power's back. And the full force of Big Mom is on the stage once again. It really puts to light that unless they actually did poison it, there is no way that Beige would have killed Big Mom in this state.
Absolutely not. And I feel like I maybe respond to things the way that I do because I feel like there's some One Piece fans out there who do kind of take Big Mom for granted. I feel like they don't respect her enough. I feel like especially compared.
I guess
compared to Kaido, who I guess is more of like a recency bias kind of thing, and not to get ahead of myself or anything, but I think that sort of dynamic. It's much more different, but I feel like through these chapters, it is very clear if you're paying attention, right? That all throughout this, like Big Mom has been the biggest threat we have seen to not only Luffy, but to basically anybody trying to aid or what's the word I'm looking for? To try to make an alliance with Luffy, right? Anybody who crosses her, it really is just it is pure raw destruction.
and Luffy, the Straw Hats have managed to do some major damage to it, disrupt things. It is unprecedented what he has done, which I think is a big reason why a lot of the respect is lost. But when you really look at how this was done and all the necessary things that had to happen, this is again another sign of just a lot of luck, a lot of just choices,
a lot of luck,
personalities helping them get through these situations and aiding them in such ways. But it never takes away from the fact that Big Mom's forces are immense. You get to see how Luffy's crew is still really good. They took down a billion-berry man. That is impressive.
Yeah.
But there is no way they can take down Big Mom, and it's such a thin line to
the scale of what it means to take on an emperor too. I think we are really seeing what kind of the difference is in an emperor pirate crew versus it feels even Doflamingo feels dinky in comparison to all of what's been happening here. And he took over a whole country.
Yeah. Oh gosh. But I'm trying to decipher this, but we see Big Mom's main ship coming out, aiming cannons. They're panicking as it's aiming at them. What do we do here? It's we just have the lines. It's tell me, mother, do you think I've got enough ability to build a place of happiness, a world of pure tranquility, where all the races of the globe are treated with normality, but if you leave, you'll have to face your imminent mortality. A deal with the devil makes total land serene. We're all a family, thanks to our loving queen, Big Mom. And at that moment, the main ship fires and apparently destroys the Sunny. Just engulfs it in flame as she's just, that was yummy. And we end with the Straw Hat flag in the water, charred to bits. And the only thing I can think of is that it has to be a different ship or something. There's no way. There's no way, but it's also a hell of a cliffhanger to see this.
And that this whole sequence, again, that it went down in this way with a musical number, basically, as the Straw Hats make their last escape. This is one of the most, I think, unique chapters in the entire series. It is how Oda is able to play with kind of the format of a weekly manga to sort of, I don't know, to deliver a whole sequence like this. I just think it is so incredibly cool. And I feel like is we're at the end. Yeah, like Big Mom was kind of she was basically like a big mindless kaiju for like 20 chapters, and then now that she's back to full power, it is just like, oh, I'm back.
you kind of forget how devastating she can be.
Yeah, exactly. So it really, it's a brutal cliffhanger. But man,
especially for people at the time, because it was an awful week. They had to wait
2
weeks to find out.
2 weeks for this.
Oh my god,
man! No, it's God. Yeah, some of these break cliffhangers are so brutal. Yeah,
I mean,
hard to believe we're almost done, right?
I know it doesn't feel like it, but it's also one of those things. Like, I'm looking at this, and it's like I can almost. I could see Big Mom becoming my new favorite villain. She is just unhinged enough and fascinating enough to make it happen. Where it's like, Doflamingo is honed, purposeful, targeted.
Yeah.
Big Mom is chaos incarnate.
Yes, very much so. Like I said, I am a Big Mom stan. I think I like her more than most people, especially rereading Whole Cake, and I'm like, no, she really is that good. Like,
I'm with
interesting villain. There's that element of like tragedy, but also just like sinister. Like just like a. I keep going back to like just like a Disney villain, it really is just. I don't know, all of the sort of combination of all of the tropes and ideas. I think I personally prefer Doflamingo as like my number one favorite, but like Big Mom she is a really, really, really good character.
I absolutely agree. In the way that I kind of changed your mind or highlighted a bit more my love for Lola and Chiffon. This has definitely opened my eyes to. Just the more I see of Big Mom, the more it's just like, no, she's a such a good character.
Yeah, no, and again, it's just, I feel like chaos is such a good word for her, and I feel like that's what makes her so entertaining to watch, even as like, this whole sequence in this last chapter where, she's slowly regaining her soul powers and breaking out into song, and the contrast between like her like ultimate bliss, and then it's just death and destruction everywhere. Like, it is that, like, and I feel like purposefully, right, with somebody like Doflamingo, who really is kind of like, what if Crocodile won, is kind of the pitch, whereas Big Mom feels so unique. She doesn't feel like any other character in One Piece, and the
same with Whole Cake. Nothing. Like, we've pointed little similarities to other.
There
arcs.
Are aspects, but it is maybe even
there is
now
no falling action.
Different.
We are still escaping after all this time.
Yeah, and it's I feel like in that way, here we are, like 4 or 5 arcs into the time skip, 900 chapters into the manga, and here we are, Oda is still playing with like narrative and story structure and pacing and all of these different ways, and like everything, and I feel like that is sort of a really interesting part of One Piece's lasting appeal, is that like even in the arcs that are like okay, kind of similar structurally, and I was even one of those guys back in the day where I was like, Dressrosa, it's kind of just Alabasta 2, it's whatever, and I'm like, no, it's more like Alabasta on like steroids. But it is that it's just like you're always kind of getting something different. Oda is always playing with storytelling devices, and it just no 2 arcs really are that similar. But like whole Cake really, I feel like has been swerve after swerve after swerve, and not even for like, it's not like twist for twist's sake. There's the emotional stakes that at the backbone of it all, I think, are just some of the best some of the best storytelling that we've had up to this point. It has been a fantastic ride this whole way through. I love this arc to bits.
And the brilliant thing is, at this point, I have no idea how it ends. I have no idea.
Yes, is it? Like, what would you say? Like, and the last, if you're saying like, oh, we've got 2 chapters of like Punk Hazard left, oh, we got 2 chapters of Fishman Island left, or 2 chapters of like Dressrosa's falling action was like 10, yeah, Dressrosa's falling action was 10 chapters. Like that was 10 chapters of rebuilding after we beat Doflamingo. We have 2 chapters left. Big Mom is like, after 10,000 years, I'm free. It is nuts.
I don't know. And then comes. I love how it also leads to the question is, when does Luffy deal with Big Mom then?
Right. Yeah, because we have to escape. You know, he said that Katakuri asked if he'd be back to top of Big Mom, and he's like, yeah, of course, right? You know, like at this point, like Luffy even said himself, like, I'm gonna take on all the emperors at some point, right? So like, we might as well get the ball rolling on this whole thing.
It just so happens that Kaido's number is the first. So
yeah, exactly. So it's just, I think as we sort of move the story toward Wano, and we know what we just did to Big Mom. And knowing that she's not gonna take that, right? Like, right. She's not gonna be like, oh darn Straw Hat, she got away. So it's like,
where's it stop? But I also I feel like her invading Wano is insane. But I also could see her do it, where it causes even more chaos, which would also explain why it's so long.
Which is to say, again, Big Mom is chaos incarnate. You were never 100% sure what she is going to do, and so just keep your brain cells thinking, just like how is this all going to tie together? Because I think you'll like it. It's great.
I am looking forward to it, but with that, I believe we've said all we've wanted to say about chapters 896 to 900 of One Piece. Thank you so much for listening, and you can find more of my ramblings and stream VODs over at BitNerd Games on YouTube, or simply BitNerd on BlueSky. And Brandon, where can everyone find you at?
I am Brandon Bovia on Twitter and BlueSky, talking about anime, manga, games, and my job. And like I said at the top of the show, like, we're in such a fascinating part of the story right now. So I really think it's like the next 2 to 3 episodes of this podcast are like, there's stuff that I have been sitting on for so long that I can't wait to just, and I don't even have that much to say. It's just, I just get to point at it and say, there it is.
I get the feeling we're going to be back to some, like, we've been, it's not like these episodes have gotten shorter, but it's like, oh no. With how we talk, it's like, oh, are we going to be reaching 2 hours? Oh no, we're going to be reaching 2 hours.
I wonder when it will be. If at all, ever.
It seems like an inevitability almost.
It really does. If it were to happen, I think somewhere in the next 2 to 3 weeks, it would not entirely surprise me.
Oh my God. So, if you'd like to help us out more, you can support the podcast over at patreon.com/Derrick Bittner. That's DerrickBitner to listen to the next episode ad-free 3 days early, as well as patron-exclusive bonus episodes. And that includes, since at the time of us recording this, we actually made sure to get back ahead, so we have some buffer room in case anything happens in our lives. We reacted to the episode of Luffy versus Katakuri, because Brandon was telling me that the animation is amazing, and
it's pretty good.
You can see me reacting, or us reacting to that episode over on the Patreon right now, and we're gonna be taking a look at a One Piece card game pretty soon.
Yeah,
just talking about the rules and maybe looking over some of the art and stuff like that. So there is still so much to the wider world of One Piece that we can check out.
There really is. The multimedia empire never ends.
No, it does not. So keep an eye out for that. And of course, make sure to return next time as we discuss chapters 901 to 905 of One Piece. So until then, my friends, bye.
Remember to take life one piece at a time.
He fought that duel with Straw Hat, and he lost.